Alright, yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So I've been on a kick. I've been on a kick lately, man. This entire weekend. I can't stop thinking about who that blind monster is from the Resident Evil trailer, right? And I had my speculation that it was... What was her name? Mary? Dorothy. Dorothy Lester. That's so funny how it just pops up, right when I want to see. And we went over her in the last video. Yeah, we really didn't go into her. We just went over like the mom's background or whatever. So we'll look at Dorothy too a little bit more. But today I've been hearing a lot of speculation that it's Lisa Trevor from the first Resident Evil game, right? And I don't know who this person is, but I just keep hearing all this stuff about, oh, it's Lisa Trevor, it's the mom, it's Lisa Trevor, who's this blind freaking monster thing, right? So we're going to go over a little bit. I hate the pop-ups, man. Oh, my God. So we're going to go over it. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. That'd help me out a lot. And you'll know when the next videos are or when I go live. I also go live on Twitch a couple times a week. Time kind of varies, but it's mostly like later afternoon. But hit those notifications to know when I'm streaming there too. Alright. With that all out of the way, let's begin this journey, dude. Alright. I think we're good. Oh, we're good. We're good. Alright, we are on ResidentEvilFanWiki.com looking at Lisa Trevor. Alright, where are we starting? Lisa Trevor was an American superhuman and the first person to become a progenitor? Progender? What's a progender adapter since at least the Neolithic. What the hell am I reading, dude? Anyway, so she was the first crazy monster to come of Umbrella, right? That's what I'm guessing. Trevor was abducted as a part of a retroviral research project by what we would later become Umbrella. Having survived, mutated from exposure to a progenitor strain, Lisa enhanced abilities made her a regular, relatable test subject in bioweapons research. Her usefulness to the company ended in 1988. After 20 years of testing, I am looking up this word, and we're just going to have Google. We're going to have Google read that word real quick.
Progenitor.
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 Got it. Thank you, Google. A progenitor strain dubbed Galicia virus was initialized in her blood. Lisa's powerful regenerative abilities allowed her to survive her planned execution, and she would go on to live in the Arkley Mountains in 1998. Oh, so she's mountain folk. Okay. When she was involved herself in the mansion incident, she ultimately died within the facility and was destroyed. So she was born like this, huh? She was born like that. It wasn't Maybelline. God damn. She might be the monster. Looking at this, We're gonna watch a video on her too. This chick. Make Monster Hunter great again. That's all I'm saying. Oh damn, that's a lot. This is why we watch videos on it. Alright, let's get to the video. Let's get to the video.
Progenitor.
Okay. Just so we know. Just so we know. Alright, here we go. Oh, by the way, this video is by oh my god. I'll turn it into XQC all over again. It's so bad. Single player Nacho, bro. This guy does a lot of Resident Evil videos. I used to watch this guy all the time a couple years ago when Resident Evil 8 came out. It's where I found all the lore out. Was this guy right here. So check him out. Give him a sub. Give him a sub. Give him a like. He makes great content. Alright, anyway. Here we go. The Tragedy of Lisa Trevor. 6 minutes, 29 seconds. Look at that phase. Oh. Captions. Captions. Alright, here we go. The lore.
Monsters are usually a source of fear, a reason to run away, but Lisa Trevor's story is one of, if not the most, painful stories in video game history. And while Lisa definitely contains a horror aspect, there's another aspect of sympathy. At 45 years of age, Lisa Trevor's physical appearance had deteriorated over time. Her hunched back and elongated arms drooped downwards. Her animal-like posture is the result of not only the virus given to her at a young age, but the shackles placed on her wrists and ankles.
Okay. Okay. That could be this. Okay. Okay.
During captivity have also
You're
contributed
winning me
to her
over on
ape-like
this.
movement. Lisa's only recognizable piece of clothing is that decaying hospital gown. Now, what isn't obviously recognizable is the mask made from Lisa's human victims' faces that almost entirely covers up her head. Though all these details are pretty gruesome, Lisa's only real benefit from being injected with viruses is that she's nearly immortal, as regular firearms hardly do any damage.
This could be Lisa
you've seen the
Trevor.
monster. Now, how exactly did a typical 14-year-old girl transform into this? Lisa Trevor was born in 1953 to George and Jessica Trevor. Lisa's father, George, was a talented architect known for his expertise in booby traps and puzzles. George impressed a wealthy pharmaceutical founder known as Oswald Spencer. Oswald decides to hire George for a top-secret project, a huge mansion complex with a hidden underground lab. Unbeknownst to George, this underground lab would be home to extremely inhumane and certainly illegal experiments. By 1967, the mansion complex was completed. With Oswald not needing George anymore, he decides to kill him because, well, George is the only other person that knew about the secret lab and all of the mansion's puzzles and traps.
So you think he made her? He disfigured his own granddaughter? That's kind of crazy, man. Dude, yeah, this is kind of winning me over on the speculation kind of thing now. Unless Dorothy has a really good point, I think I might have flipped.
But instead of simply killing George, Oswald knows he needed to eliminate the entire Trevor family. Oswald invites the Trevor family for a tour of the mansion. At 14 years of age, Lisa and her mother Jessica arrive at the mansion, and while everything seems to be going perfectly normal, Lisa's mother Jessica begins to understand what's really going on. Oswald Spencer orders his men to capture Lisa and Jessica, sending them away to the underground lab to forcefully become experiment subjects. A few days later, George arrives to the mansion and notices that his family is nowhere to be seen. He quickly runs away from Oswald's men, successfully hiding in one of the many hidden passages George built himself. George was able to hide for quite some time until his puzzle-building knowledge got the better of him and accidentally
So he
trapped himself
didn't do
in a
it.
corridor where he can no longer escape. Facing hunger and dehydration, George writes his final thoughts in his journal. which Chris Redfield finds decades later in what was surely the same corridor.
Wait, so she got kidnapped? Hold up.
And what's really going on. Oswald Spencer orders his men to capture Lisa and Jessica, sending them.
Who is Oswald Spencer? Hold up. Oh, so he did do it. Okay. Sorry.
Them away to the underground lab to forcefully become experiment subjects. A few days later, George arrives to the mansion and notices that his family is nowhere to be seen. He quickly runs away from Oswald's men, successfully hiding in one of the many hidden passages George built himself. George was able to hide for quite some time until his puzzle building knowledge got the better of him and accidentally trapped himself in a corridor where he can no longer escape. Facing hunger and dehydration, George writes his final thoughts in his journal, which Chris Redfield finds decades later in what was surely the same corridor in which George died. George writes, "I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe." And unfortunately for George, Lisa and Jessica Trevor were far from safe. While George was still alive and trying to escape the mansion, his family were being held.
So we gotta figure out how she died.
In the underground lab he had designed. Lisa and her mother Jessica are eventually administered a virus known as the progenitor virus. Lisa and Jessica were given two different versions of the same virus, and Lisa's worked. Her mother Jessica had no reaction to the virus and was seen as a useless test subject as time went on.
They killed her?
Because of this, Jessica was put down by the researchers. At such a young age, Lisa's parents were murdered,
dog.
and she still belonged to her parents' murderers, being used as a guinea pig for various amounts of viruses and tests. Eventually, Lisa began transforming into a hideously grotesque monster, and her mental state was nowhere near sane, which made further testing on Lisa harder.
So you think what we saw... Hold on. Check it. Okay. Funny enough, there's pictures when you just type in RE9 Requiem of this fucking thing, dude. Okay. There. I always have a problem finding that. So. Let me go back. This. So she's got the bag over her face and all that, right? Where's that? There's a good ass still. There we go. We can kind of see it right here. Might be that. So she's wearing a bag head. Might be that. I see where people are coming. Okay.
And her mental state was nowhere near sane, which made further testing on Lisa harder. So the researchers began sending in imposters of Lisa's parents, which, by the way, yeah, pretty fucked up. Lisa, being under heavy doses of unknown viruses, still recognized that the imposter parents weren't her real parents. She began killing set after set of imposter parents, removing their faces and stitching together a mask comprised of human skin. Lisa patiently waited for the day that her real mother would come back so that she could give Lisa her face back as the flesh on her head began to decay as a result of the testing. Virus
Crazy,
after virus,
dude.
Lisa survived them all, which sparked the interest of Albert Wesker, who personally began giving Lisa his prototypes. Lisa handled those tests very well and survived them all, but it also made her increasingly agitated.
Y'all think Wesker is going to be in the new game?
With Lisa no longer being of any
think
use
so.
and her violent aggression towards her captives, Lisa Trevor was killed in 1995 after nearly 30 years of imprisonment. But little did the researchers know about how immensely powerful a monster they created in Lisa Trevor. She actually survived her initial slaying. This began the realization that after all that suffering and maltreatment, Lisa was nearly immortal and took little to no damage to firearms. Even a bomb couldn't kill Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa would then hide out in a cabin near the mansion, hoping to eventually find her mother. In 1998, 3 years after Lisa's supposed disposal, the STARS squad arrives at the mansion.
So how'd she end up at the hospital? If the demo takes place in the hospital and she died at the mansion, how'd she get there?
To investigate strange
That might have
incidents
been a
in the
dumb
area.
question,
This
but
is
I'm
when the
not sure.
protagonist, either Chris or Jill, stumbles upon Lisa Trevor's cabin. After 3 years, Lisa is still on the search for her mother's remains. During a puzzle sequence, Lisa finally finds her mother. In shock
It's all, she just walked. She just walked.
and as a sense of closure, Lisa decides her own fate.
Oh, that's how she dies. Suicide.
I don't believe
That was
kind
kinda
of
crazy.
Leave this place up to me and go on ahead.
She's living
In
underneath.
conclusion, Lisa Trevor is an extremely tragic character that provides the audience with a sense of both empathy and horror, something that's really hard to pull off. It's the brilliant writing that makes everything work so well. The most interesting
badass.
aspect, in my view, is that no matter how much shit Lisa Trevor went through, she was still able to survive her captivity and find her mother. Thanks for watching, Nachos. Be sure to comment down below any lore suggestions.
So, like, the mother died? That's wild. That's wild. So she died because her mom died? That's kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm believing that might be it. This might be Lisa Trevor, dude. Might be. All right. Well, they're pretty much tied right now. Let's go back on the wiki. Let's go back on this wiki. Wiki. All right. We're on a Dorothy. Dude, these... Love his pop-ups, man. Love them. All right. Next on the list, we got Dorothy Lester. All right, let's just get right into it. Dorothy Lester was an American woman local to Raccoon City and a participant in an illegal human trial performed by a doctor and her local hospital on behalf of Umbrella USA. First big up. She's already in the hospital. She's already there. Boom. And she blind. There's another one. Boom. Hospital blind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lost it. Alright, I'm back. Lester survived from unspecified heart condition which caused significant strain in her body. By 1993, she was living at a hospital in Arklaway Mountains. Okay. We're going back to Lisa. Side by sides. She lived in the Arklaway Mountains until 1998. Okay. In 1993, she was in the Arklaway Mountains, dude. Huh. They're both in the same fucking place. Maybe the Arklaway Mountains is where this is all originating from. Oh, okay, yeah, located on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Okay, yeah. Okay. In that year, the hospital was given an offer by Dr. Greg Mueller of Umbrella USA to take part in the clinical trial TJCCC 203, which is the strain what does it do? Just a type of strain. Oh, was an experimental virus developed by Umbrella. It was a strain of the T. Oh, she got hit with that T virus, dog. Okay, so it's all T virus related. Before 7, but her mom did research on 7. This is getting sticky. The spider web's growing on this one. While the trial already resulted in a death on one patient, soon after, it cured his cancer. Lester's husband was embedded in saving his wife. Okay. How did she like die, and how? This isn't what I'm looking for. I don't need like the whole history. Her heart problems went away when she got administered. Later that year, Lester was attacked and killed. Partially ate Kurt, a journalist who was investigating the clinical trial. She apparently died soon after that incident. So she was a main character in Outbreak. What's a Cindy type? I'm kind of getting off track. Cindy. Okay. How did she die? Alright, we're looking up Dorothy Lester on YouTube. Here we go. Bet you single player Nacho has something. That is Dorothy Lester. Oh shit, we found Dorothy Lester, dude. How did she die? Hold on. They didn't make a video on her, did they? Is this how she dies? Hold on. If this doesn't work, we're gonna ask Google. All death cutscenes. We could scrub it. Let's scrub it. She like dies in a forest or something, right? Nope. Okay. Found it. Found it. Okay, okay, okay. How do they not have a video? Man. This little video would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Albert Wesker, the Axeman. Albert, the Axeman. Okay. So how... What AI is saying. what the AI is saying, man. Dorothy Lester died in 1998 in the Arkley Mountains region from a T virus strain, which she was being treated with cancer. After her death, her corpse was consumed by a giant mutated plant. That's a big red flag. So, if she got consumed by a plant, I don't think this is her. It's going down for Dorothy. After her death, her corpse was consumed by a giant plant. The Dorothy plant, named after her husband, Al Lester. Her husband mentally unhinged by her death, and the viral infection began to feed the plants and animals and then the humans. Considering his reincarnated. Wow, that was written. I thought I was having yo, no, I thought I was having like a fucking stroke or something. What the hell? Considering it his reincarnated wife. Oh, thank you, AI. That's really bad, man. That's really bad, man. You miss, yeah. Yeah, someone's got to check the spelling. Holy shit. So her, okay. So the hospital is in the Arklay Mountains. Because now it's saying, leading to her body being consumed by a massive plant in the hospital. Okay, maybe that did happen. It might be Lisa Berger. Because she just jumped down a well. We don't know if she died. That's the thing. She's still out and about, too. Alright, well. With that in... that... You know what? I think I'm good on the speculations, man. I think I'm good. I think we decided at the end of the day, no music on this one. At the end of the day, I am pretty sure that monster, that this monster right here, this beautiful face, is no one other than Lisa Trevor. Yes, I do. I think that's it. That's it. I think we're good. If I'm wrong... Alright, this one's gonna be for Brian. Brian, I owe you $10. I owe you $10 if I am wrong on this. And we will know when the game comes out. So this is gonna be like a... next year. You'll get this $10 next year if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'll just be satisfied with knowing I'm right. And that's all she wrote. Alright guys, if you did like this video, like I said in the beginning of the video, please like and subscribe. I am on multiple times during the week, sometimes. Just turn on notifications, know when I'm live, playing the Souls-likes, playing the horror games. I might do a little peek. Solo peek. I was checking it out the other day. It might be kind of fun. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.